Trey, just say the offense apparently didn't fare as well today. Anything you can put your finger on as far as was it just the defense having a good day or the offense struggle?
I think it was a little bit of both. We didn't play to our full potential today, but defense had a heck of a day today. They executed, and they just got after our tails today.
Trey Biddy.
Yeah, Trey, you had a catch towards the end, I guess, in your 2-minute stuff, where you guys were just trying to put the game away. How long was that catch? Could you just kind of describe that play? And also, y'all didn't get down last week when y'all were running the same kind of stuff.
I couldn't tell you how long the play was. It's just a simple little corner ball, and just got down and tried to ice the game. We just needed the first down to win, and I just made a play. It was a great ball Felipe threw, and the O-line protected it perfectly, and we just made a play.
About 40 yards, Trey, if you're looking to put that in there.
Patch. I didn't know for real.
Trey, you mentioned Felipe threw that ball. What have been your impressions with him so far in camp, and how do you feel like that chemistry is going between you and him?
It's always good to have a veteran on your team. He's been doing this for years in, year out, just playing against the best competition in the country. So just having that guy that knows the ropes, knows what people do and how to play against this competition is always needed. And, just a big arm, smart guy, cerebral guy. He knows what he's doing, doesn't mess up that much that I've seen. Just big arm. He likes to push the ball down the field, and he can make plays with his legs too.
Trey, I'm doing a big picture thing here. And since Sam got the job, 3 months later, COVID hits. You guys didn't have spring ball. It's been one thing after another that wasn't really in the script, so to speak. And then you get given Georgia and Florida as your two teams, which, the toughest you could have gotten. I'm just wondering what you've seen from him and how he's approached all these curveballs that have gotten thrown at him so far.
He's approached these balls like a fearless leader, like I expected. He's a great guy, a great man, first off. And he's just trying to make a name for himself and for this program. We've been down. He's like, and people love to kick people when they're down, so that's what happened. And he said, this is the best year, the best chance we have to go make a name for ourselves. We have some of the best competition in the country to play against. And if we beat them, then we're the man. We're standing on top of the hill. So, I love that approach. He approaches every day that we have to get better. The expectation is very high. And if we sink below that, then, it's not good. It's not good enough. We're trying to catch people and pass people every day. So that's what I love about him.
Scotty.
Hey, Trey, beyond the top three receivers, Sam said that he's liked what he's seen from Davion Warren and TJ Hammonds. What's your take been on those guys? And I guess just your overall thoughts on depth at your position.
Davion and TJ, they've been playing so fast this whole camp. They're speedy guys. And just having that speed on the outside that can just take the top off the whole defense. And we can air it out too when we need a big play down the field just to give somebody to go track the ball and get it. That brings a lot to the table. And guys, Kendall Catalon's been playing his tail off. Coach Gardner's been having a solid camp also. I think as a room, we're pretty deep. We can play. If somebody needs to come out of play, then somebody go get him and go make a play. And I think we have each other's backs, and our chemistry, it goes a long way. And we have, one of the best rooms, I think, in the country.
Bob?
Trey, you actually had a pretty good freshman year. Where do you think you've improved your game? What are your expectations from yourself for this season?
I've just gotten get back healthy. I think that was the biggest thing to focus on. Was last year I was dealing with that hip injury, nagging the whole season. Now that that's finally good, I think I'm able to explode more and cut better, and just overall just taking my game to the next level. Still running the routes, but also moving faster than I was last season. And I expect that, I want to have 1,000 yards this season, and I want to win a lot of games as a unit. And I think we can win a lot of games, and we're going to throw the ball down the field, and we're going to score a lot of points. So,
Nate?
Trey, just how, as far as the protection to throw down the field, you all feel confident in that?
Yes, sir, we do. Our O-line is making bounds and leaps every week. We're getting better every practice, and I think we have, some of the best O-line coaches in the nation. As you can see, Coach Pittman and Coach Davis, they're getting our boys right, and I think we're going to be able to win with our front five.
Trey Biddy.
Yeah, Trey, you mentioned coming back from the hip and stuff, and you've always been a go up and get it guy. Jalen Catalon actually mentioned that he feels like you have taken things to a different level in terms of playing after the catch, making plays. Is that something you focused on in the offseason, or is that just a product of getting that hip back?
I focused on it, but I was able to do that when I first got here. In spring game or whatever, you saw a little cut or whatever. But just focus on my change of direction, because that's what, my hip, that's what was hurting me the most, was not being able to move laterally. And I think now that getting that back right 100% helps me to move and make those cuts and make plays after the catch, instead of just, trying to run straight and hurting. And I think that was, I have focused on it over the offseason, just sand pit drills and cone drills and just trying to move and trying to get better at moving laterally. So.
Hutch.
Trey, that hip injury, I might be able to look it up, but when did that happen, and how long did it take you to get it fully healthy? When did you get to 100%?
So it happened against Ole Miss. I don't know if you remember the play, but it was the play where the corner didn't line up on the field, and quarterback threw it out to me, and he tackled me from the sideline, and he put his helmet right on my joint. And since then, or it took me really the whole season. I was battling it the whole season, just because I was just taking shots on it week after week after week, and it wasn't getting fully healed. So I would say January was when I felt 100% just back on my hip.
Last week on this Zoom call after the scrimmage, Sam said he didn't think you guys were in game shape yet, and talked about stamina. What have you seen this week, and what was that aspect of it like today?
We definitely focused on our transitions. Coach Pittman's telling us that the transition is how we get our conditioning in. And so coming in and off the field is one of his points of emphasis, and he gets on our tail for not transitioning correctly. If we don't sprint off the field or sprint on the field to get to the ball, then it's not going to end well, because he doesn't want to run us after practice. So that's when he says we get our conditioning in. And just going tempo with Coach Browse helps us get in shape also. So I think from this week to last week, our transition has been much better, and it's been on par to what Coach Pittman likes to see.
Scotty.
Hey, Trey, you said TJ and Davion kind of give you guys some pretty good speed, but what about Kendall Catalon? What kind of things does he bring to the table, just seeing him each day?
Hard worker. He's a grimy type guy. He'll go in and make a crack block, just do what anybody asks him to do, and he has great hands, and he knows how to get open, and he knows how to work the top of his routes. Same thing with Karch. Karch does a lot of great things. Tremendous hands. Some of the best hands I've ever seen, and just knows how to get open. And, they're smaller guys, so they can get in and out of cuts like with ease. And it's amazing to see that those are the guys that we have surrounding this room.
All right, got time for a few more. Bob.
Yeah, Trey, I guess you guys are about halfway through this kind of an unorthodox camp. It's 2 weeks till you hit Georgia week. Just kind of where are you guys at mentally and physically with everything, would you say?
I feel like the team's morale is high. We just want to go play at the end of the day. Doesn't matter who it is. Next man up mentality. Somebody step up and make a play, and we're going to ride with that guy, whoever makes the play. And we're just trying to go win games at the end of the day.
Russell.
Trey, what do you like about Treylon's game, and how are you guys similar? How are you guys different?
Treylon, my boy. His game, very physical. That's one thing that I like about him. He's just big body in the slot. It's a mismatch. You can't cover a guy that moves that fast and is that big. And just seeing the way and the improvements that he's made, just in and out of his cuts, breaking down, being able to get out of the top of his route is just amazing. He's 230, and just watching him move and catch the ball and run after the catch and how fast he is, that's what he brings to the game. So I think we're alike in, route running type deals. He might be, a little faster. I mean, not too much. I mean, but yeah, just the way we catch, the way we run our routes, the way we like to use our bodies to get open. I think those are all similar. Different. His run after the catch is probably, it's ridiculous. I mean, you see what he does with the ball in his hands on punt return. So, I mean, he's just gifted in that aspect. I'm more of a head ball type guy in the red zone. He's more of a, get over type middle, catch the open ball, touchdown. So I think that's how we're different. But, I mean, that's what makes us our room elite, because we have so many guys that can do different things.
All right, last one, Tom.
Yeah, so you said that the defense basically won the day, or Sam said that to us. What was the reaction like on your side of the ball? How did y'all deal with that?
We just knew that we didn't play to the max of our potential. We didn't have a good day as a unit. The defense got after us, as I said earlier, and we just knew we had to make strides. So we're going to come in here tomorrow, watch the tape, and see what we had to get better at, and try to, improve off that every day this next week.